Now there is something called regions or environments. See, these are all generic terms, okay? In every project you have regions, environments. So you must have heard about development, then UAT. So these three regions we generally have. In some projects we have more regions also, like we'll have testing region also in between, or system testing, SIT, integration, whatever. But generally in most of the projects we have these three regions or environments. Now when we say that we work for a client to handle or to maintain their business or to maintain their data, so we maintain their data in our production region, okay, not in development or UAT. Then production is the final live region where the actual business data is present about the business. So client will be always referring to production data. Now what is the use of this development and UAT then? Why do we use? So take an example, real time example of, suppose iPhone is going to launch iPhone 16 next year, correct? This year only iPhone 15 was released, I think, or last year. Suppose next year they're going to release iPhone 16. Now before releasing, when they do the advertisement that we are going to release iPhone 16 next year, so they will also promise that these features we are going to add in this mobile. This mobile will have this type of sound quality, this camera quality, battery quality, and all of that they will add. They will advertise like that. Now when we, so that is called requirement. Okay, the requirement has come that the mobile should be like that. Now they cannot simply manufacture a mobile and think that okay, it will work fine and sell the mobile in the market or release the mobile in the market. What if the mobile does not behave as expected or as it was promised? What is the sound, what if the sound quality is not good? What if the camera quality is not as good as it was promised? Then it will affect the brand image of iPhone, and people will go away thinking that these people are not selling whatever they have promised, and we are not going to buy anything. So they have to be firstly 100% sure of whatever they're selling or releasing in the market should work as it was promised. That is why first they will manufacture the mobile. So the manufacturing will be done in development. Suppose first they will, this development stage is the manufacturing stage. Now after development, after manufacturing, they will test the mobile to check whether it is working fine or not. Correct? So suppose
Yes.
in between there is another testing team. So after it is developed or manufactured, it will be tested. If it works fine, it will be tested by some other team also to check whether it is actually working fine or not. If all the features are working fine or not. Then finally another team, suppose the customers only, they will call some customers from the market. Suppose they'll call me and some other customers, and they'll say that on behalf of us, please can you test the mobile and see whether you are satisfied with these features or not, and whether if you sell the mobile in the market or release the mobile in the market, whether people will be satisfied or not. So they want to take the view of a customer on behalf of all the customers, okay, to get an idea whether this mobile people will like or not. So if I say after testing, okay, yeah, it is working fine, whatever you have promised, it is there, people will love it, then finally they will release the mobile in the market. Suppose on 1st of August they have already uh, declared that on 1st of August we are going to release the mobile in the market. Then it will be released in the market, people will buy it and people will use it and people will love it. There is no error, no bug in the mobile, so it is working exactly fine. Now, same thing can be related to a programming thing also. So whatever requirement comes to you from the client side that we want to change the process, we want to add this new feature, or there is an existing feature, we want to add this new feature for which you might have to change one existing COBOL program or JCL or anything, or you might have to write new programs or anything. That entire thing you have to do in development region. You have to write the program coding. Coding should always be done in development, so always remember that. After coding you need to test it also. As a developer you always do unit testing. So unit testing is something which the developer himself or herself does. The meaning of that is whatever you code, according to you should work fine, so you test it. Now after testing it, you have to move it to testing region, and there will be a dedicated testing team which are who are responsible to test each and every module of your project. It might be a mainframe module, Java module, anything. So you will move it to testing region. The testing team will test this program thoroughly from beginning to end. And if they find that this program is working fine, then it will be moved to UAT region, user acceptance. Then actually the users, the end users should test it. But end users sometimes they're busy, so the business analyst sometimes on behalf of them will test it. And finally, this same program, when everything is fine, everyone says that it is working fine as expected, they will finally release the. We have to release the program to production region. Now this UAT region is the exact replica of production region. Why is the UAT region created? Just to get an idea of how the program will behave if it is delivered to production today by testing it in UAT. Exact same replica with same configuration and all of that, just to check how the program or module will behave in production by checking it in UAT. Okay, so pre-prod region is the pre-production region. So these are called higher regions. UAT production are higher regions. These are all lower regions. Development testing. So now finally, suppose it was pre-decided that on 1st of August the program will be delivered to production. So on 1st of August it will be delivered. So now when it is delivered, we have to inform the client that okay, this feature has been delivered, and we have to monitor also for 2 3 days to check how the program is behaving. And if everything goes well, we have to communicate to them, and if everything goes well, then we can conclude that it is working fine. And also client will give their feedback that okay, the feature is working fine. Then you can say that okay, what our requirement is fully complete. So this entire thing is called SDLC, software development life cycle. Software development life cycle. So from requirement gathering, when we got the requirement in the beginning, where will you get the requirement from? It will always come from the client. Now the client is not going to directly call the developer or directly call you that hey, I have a requirement, can you do this? He doesn't know you. Okay, and he also doesn't know in which technology where you are working. He will contact his immediate contact person, which may be a senior delivery manager or it may be a product owner or anything. He will explain the detail to him. The product owner will make some small documents. He will explain it to his immediate contact, which may be a business analyst. The business analyst will write a proper document. It may be called FSD or BRD, functional specification document or business requirement document. Okay, he will write the documents. He will upload in most of the projects we are using agile methodology, for which we are using a tool called Jira. There business analyst will attach. Multiple meetings will be carried out with the development team lead, manager, business analyst, and they will explain about the requirement, that this requirement has come and for which. So he'll explain it in business terms. He doesn't know which mainframe program we have to change or anything. He will not say anything. So just 1 second. Okay. So they will after this meeting they will explain everything. Now that our development team will decide who is going to work in this requirement. For example, if it is a huge requirement, okay, for which 10 15 programs need to be changed, or it's a huge change, a new project only entirely, then multiple people can join this project, and things might be divided into people, that you do this, you do that, like that. Or otherwise, if it is for one small requirement, only one person can also work. So this is called requirement gathering. After that we have some design. So design is two types of designs are there. One is high level design, one is low level design. So high level design is kind of like estimating which program we need to change, or how many programs we have to change, how many time it will take, like kind of estimation. Then next is low level design. Low level design is to thoroughly design, like which program, which line, which paragraph, how much change that I have to do, to find out what exactly I have to code. That is low level design. Then finally you have to do the coding, that is development. Then you have to do testing. all the testing like unit testing, integration testing or system testing, UAT and all of that, then finally you have to deliver to production and then monitoring in production for few days. This entire cycle is called software development life cycle. So from here to here, if anything is complete, you can say that the project is successfully delivered.